my channel, welcome if you are new. This is the Christmas interaction card or tag. So I am making a gift card holder which you can actually convert into a card or a tag. So the stuff I'm going to be using is Crafter's Companion. Now they have a couple of these in different styles. So I went for the snowman because I think everybody loves a snowman at Christmas. But I believe they have some for different types of seasons. So I think there's one which is like a mason jar, a watering can, and I think there's one of a cupcake. I'm not entirely sure, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to be tracing around the plastic thing that comes with it. So basically that is going to be your guide for your actual card holder. So I did make one off camera just so I had an idea of what I was doing. It does come with instructions, so you can follow those, but sometimes I find following instructions a little bit hard, so I also watched the video over on their website. So if I can get it to work again, I will link it. I had some issues getting it to work because it was so outdated. But yeah, basically I'm just gonna trace around the edges, including the inner parts, because that is going to be my fold along lines. So I'm cutting that out. I used my paper trimmer for the main bits, and then for the side pieces that need to come out, I ended up using some scissors. And as you can see, there is 2 pieces of cardstock. Now my cardstock isn't that thick. I think it's 100 GSM, I think, don't quote me, but it is quite thin. So when I made it the first time, I just thought it was a bit too flimsy, but I think you could actually get away with it. I think it is the other portion, which is this bit where it actually cuts out the gift card holder itself. So I think that one was the one that I should have doubled up, not the actual outside of the card or holder, I guess you could call. But yeah, I actually love how this turned out. I think it's super cute, super fun, and I think it would be a great way to get your kids interactive at Christmas. You can make them make their own gift card holder. I think that would be fun. So I know my uncle and my aunt, they tend to always give me gift cards, so it's generally always Amazon, but I really hate Amazon. Don't take it personally, guys. Please do not come at me in my comments. I just don't necessarily like Amazon. I just think because every time I've looked at purchasing something there, I can find it elsewhere cheaper and free postage, whereas on Amazon it isn't necessarily always free postage, depending. Like, even sometimes it goes, oh yeah, it's free, and then you get into your checkout and it's like, oh, it's this and this for shipping, and it's like, well, you said it was free, but it's not, so it was a lie. So that's another reason why I don't really use Amazon. But my mom and my dad do use Amazon, so sometimes if I can't purchase something, I will get them to buy it for me and just give them money. So I think my aunt and my uncle are starting to learn how much I hate Amazon, but the first time I got one from them, I gave to my dad and he gave me the cash. The second time I got one, I actually used it for Colfax Rock, which it was a big tub. It was just easier. And then the third time I got it, which was last year, I ended up buying... I don't know, I don't think I actually bought anything. I think I gave it my mother for her birthday. Which sounds really bad, like reclaiming a gift, but... So it was a bit of a struggle because I did double this up, so pushing these through the holes was a bit of a struggle, but I think once you've done this a few times, it'll get easier. So this is just a Love to Shop voucher, which I actually got for being a participant for the NHS. So obviously when COVID first started, they were asking people to volunteer for, you know, just a questionnaire. I don't even really did anything. Basically, I had to fill out some questions, whether or not I've had COVID, if I did, what my symptoms were, and when I actually got this, I hadn't had COVID, I hadn't had any injections, so they wanted to see what was different about my immune system, what was making me a bit more immune to it without having the injections, and to see if it was, you know, something that was genetic with me, or if it was just, you know, luck. So basically they asked me about lifestyle questions and, you know, whether or not I socialized and all that sort of stuff, and I ended up getting a £20 voucher from it, so I'm not complaining. I think my dad was upset because he got asked to do the questionnaire too and he got nothing for it. But my dad actually has colitis, so obviously that's a medical thing that he has, which is actually genetic, so either me or my brother are going to have that, and I'm kind of hoping it's not going to be me, but I think it might be my brother at the moment, because he told me some of his symptoms a couple months ago, and, you know, the thing that annoyed me with my brother is he went around telling people that he had cancer and all this lot, and it wasn't that at all. I think it was colitis that he had, and he just didn't think about asking people. He just self-diagnosed himself, and yeah. Anyways, so I don't really talk to my brother. I get that question as well, like, you know, why do you push people away? Why do you push your family away? It's not the case of that. My brother was one of my big abusers growing up. I know brothers and sisters don't really get on anyways, but he actually was one of the main people that hurt me the most. He also is into doing drugs and stuff, which I don't really fully support. And then also he does lie a lot, and then he does steal a lot. So like on my mom's wedding day, he actually stole from her, and you know, it's not necessarily nice, and you shouldn't have to lock things away in your own home when he comes around, so it's just easy to cut him out. It does make seeing my nephew a bit more difficult, but I've come to terms with that my nephew isn't going to know who I am, and if he does come around and ask why I wasn't really necessarily there in person, he will be told it's just because I didn't necessarily like your parents' choices, and there's not much I can do to keep silent anymore. So I have been putting money aside for him, like every birthday and Christmas, so that way he knows that I do still think about him, and it's not personal or anything to him. It's just the fact that I don't agree with his parents. So yeah, anyways, I'm just matching this all together. But it's very simple. Like I said, it has instructions, so you can just change it. You could add glittered cardstock for the berries. You could add, you know, anything you really wanted to this. I think it's super fun, so I definitely think getting kids involved using this would be really fun. You could also actually just like change this into like just a normal person's face. I don't know how you do it, but I think you can do it, like a top hat, and, you know, get rid of the carrot nose. It also does come with two like oval shapes, so you can have like cheeks on this. I just decided to remove them because I didn't want to, but that is up to you. Anyways, this is actually my hop over on Instagram, so I will link down below the hashtag I haven't thought of yet. So that's the difference between my hops and my friend Lucy. So Lucy will just give a list of participants that you have to go through individually, whereas mine, I tend to give it as a hashtag that you can just click on that and it takes you to everybody's things on that page, and you can just go through them easier. So yeah, I will link the hashtag down below. So I will talk to you guys in my next video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on my social media. And my next hop is actually the kids' birthday hop, which is on the 19th of May. So if you want to be a part of that, you need to sign up ASAP. So my sign up date is actually before the 6th of May. I'm trying to remember where this one goes. This goes upon the 30th of April, so you have until the 6th of May to contact me on my Instagram saying that you want to be a participant for the children's birthday theme hop, and I will add you to a list, and we'll go from there. But I will talk to you guys in my next video, and enjoy.